Yep.
So how did it feel to knock that down before?
Well, obviously that's what you feel like when you do it. I don't know, I just felt clumsy.
I've got a bit of space.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I was clumsy enough to knock it down, knowing you that I should provide you a little bit of space there.
A bit of working space.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, I was hoping
stretch out a bit.
Take care of that elbow, hey?
Yeah, it's good.
But yep, welcome back. This is the first one in a bit.
Yeah, we had week? We missed a week. I was in Bali for about a week. Well, it's almost 2 weeks now since recording.
Yeah.
So about 10 days, you could say.
So that's the longest we've missed since we started.
Yeah.
And we're at episode 20, this might be 22, 23 or 24. There's a couple episodes that I think that I've lost.
Take your pick. Yeah, so you want to explain to the audience?
Yeah, I bought a second SD card for a skate that we did.
Great skate.
Yeah, and none of it got vlogged.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Should we talk about
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Should we parlay into that? Or,
Yeah, we can talk about it. Well, you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, well, yeah, we may as well. Got how tight arch in my foot. It's really tight.
Do you reckon that's from the skate?
No, I don't think so. I think it's from a few things, but yeah. Anyway, so I did a skate from Rockingham, where we live, to Perth City, which is about 45 kilometres, but for us it was 44 because we had to start a kilometre in.
Due to the upgrades and the footpath.
Yeah, so you were telling me actually for like a month.
I did tell you, yeah.
Yeah.
Did give you a bit of warning?
I just didn't. I had no care for whatever you were saying. Well, I didn't have no care, but I just took it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, you just hope that we'd be able to find a way to get in.
And so, yeah, did that skate. Anyway, and that leads to obviously the second SD card I purchased was like a much bigger one, simply just because probably have a lot of footage. Gave you the camera, you set up the mics and the camera while I was in the petrol station. And then when we took off, I saw you for maybe the first
2 minutes?
Yeah,
not even.
Maybe 90 seconds.
Yeah, so I had a bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
The camera just kept smashing against the bike.
Yeah.
And I was trying to position myself on the bike where it wouldn't, and then I got off. This is already taking a while. Got off, adjusted the straps, got back on, still smashing the bike, got off again, and then just tied it. The thing was pretty much strangling my neck.
Yeah.
Rode for a bit, I just couldn't get any pace. Ended up just putting the camera in the bag. And by that point, I was so far behind. And then I got stopped by Doris.
Yeah.
On the path. And then I was so far behind her.
Yeah. And then I was literally like, he's going to catch up any minute. And then
the
headwind was bad. It was really bad. It made it 10 times harder.
Yeah, obviously you get it harder on the skateboard, but I just couldn't catch up. And then I just got to Coburn, and I was like, nah, just get on the train, get ahead of you, go on to Murdoch, and then it will sweep from there.
Yeah, and then even at the very end,
yeah, because I went the wrong way.
Yeah, even at the very end, as soon as we were getting into the city.
Yeah, because I was recording you.
Yeah.
So then I got off the bike, recorded you,
and then we still didn't get any footage.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because you went right, I went left, and then I seen you. I had to do a U-E.
Yeah. No, I lost you just before that bridge.
Yeah, but that was because before that I was trying to film you.
Yeah.
But then I was filming you at the wrong part. You said, no, it's up ahead.
Oh, yeah.
And then, that was cool.
Yeah, so we didn't get any footage.
So, which is a shame. We did a lot of prep for that.
We didn't really, did we?
Nah. So, I mean, looking back, if we did something like that again, probably realise the best way to film and ride.
The worst part was that you had the mics with the camera.
Yeah, so annoying.
And so that even though I didn't get camera footage, I also didn't have mics. And I had
the whole time I was thinking that, I was like, this is so annoying because I have everything.
Yeah, so I just had to raw dog it with literally my iPhone. So the quality is going to be pretty shit, but it's about the experience essentially.
And the effort.
Yeah.
The effort was there,
Yeah.
Had a crack.
Yeah, that was a bit of an interesting one. But no, it was all right. How did we get to that? Oh yeah, I've lost probably 2 to 3 podcasts.
Even the one we recorded Like, we did that extra one in the week before I went.
That one's gone for sure.
You're kidding.
Or it's on the SD card. I just don't know where it is.
Was that the SD card that we used that was in the camera?
Yeah.
To go to the thinger?
So everything before you left, pretty much.
So the one that was in the camera as we were going to Perth?
Nah, there's a different one. Yeah.
So you just got no idea where it is?
I have no idea. And I leave my SD card in the holder in like this little open part of my tote bag, and where it could easily fall out, but it just never does. And yeah, I have a feeling that this...
When did you lose it?
Don't know.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
Yeah, it's a shame. So, I mean, hopefully we find it. So, yeah, anyway, we don't know what podcast this is. 22, 23, 24, 25.
Take your pick.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I weighed myself after coming back from Bali.
How much?
What do you think? So I left around 53 and a half.
55 and a half.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Confident?
No, like 54 and a half?
53. So I actually lost weight.
So you lost weight?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Interesting.
It was only a week. But yeah, I was hell bloated when I got back. Like, I couldn't really eat. So it's probably like... When I got back, I reckon I was a bit heavier. But then just because I haven't really been eating because I was so bloated.
You're right. A week's not that long to stack on heaps of weight.
But I was eating a lot.
Yeah.
And I was creaming on. By creaming on, I mean eating the creams, the ice creams.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if you came back and said anything else.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in Bali.
Especially with nasi gorengs and mee gorengs are like, what, $5?
If that.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays, actually, probably more.
Stewie and I went to this whole, like, rough looking one that you look at it, you're like, that's Bali belly. But you knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
It was $7 for a feed each and 2 waters.
That's pretty... it's all right. In the grand scheme of Bali, it's actually not that cheap.
$3.50 each.
Or for the meal?
And waters.
Oh, I thought you meant it was $7 each.
No.
Yeah, no,
$7 for both.
That's how much Bali should be, I reckon.
I went, I'll get this one.
Yeah.
Out of respect.
That's how much I reckon Bali should be, as long as the workers are, earning enough money to live.
Yeah, you hope so. There was about 4 workers in the kitchen.
Yeah,
so
probably live there as well.
But the food was really good.
Yeah.
So you knew it was going to be good because the night before, when we walked past it, there was heaps of Balinese eating there.
Local people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much $3.50 is to them in terms of like a working day.
Well, we had a drive on one of the days as part of this tour to see manta rays. Didn't see any manta rays. Anyway, we were asking him, like, he was just talking about how much he earns. He said 150,000, which is $15.
A day?
Yeah.
For driving?
Yeah.
That's not that much.
No. We weren't sure if
Did you
just...
pay him more?
Yeah, we gave him a tip.
Yeah, good.
But we weren't sure, like, if that's like a he was a hell nice guy, but if that was like a tactic to
get more money?
To get a tip?
Yeah.
Because they would obviously know that for us that isn't a lot.
Yeah, but the thing with Bali is like you got to make sure that you pay cheap for stuff, but not crazy. Like if somebody's charging you $15 to drive you around all day, like you got to give them
a bit of a tip.
A bit more, like 15, 20, 30, 40 more.
Especially if they're good company.
Yeah, if they're a good person, for sure.
Because there's a difference between the ones that just want to rip you off.
Yeah.
What we found in Bali, like, people either like hustle hell hard to make money, like they in your face, or they just don't give a shit. There's no real in between, I found. It's like where some would they'll just like look at you and then just like, you would have to ask them about this, whereas the others would like drag you from the street.
How do you reckon that differentiates from the Western world and Western society?
Western side's probably a bit on the side where they don't really give a shit.
At all?
Nah, the problem, Western side, obviously in the middle.
Yeah.
If you go to the shop, 9 times out of 10, a clothes shop in Rocco City, people will ask if you want help. But they won't be in your face.
Oh yeah, if you want help, yeah. But they're not hustling you to get you into the store, really.
Definitely not.
But it depends. I mean, if the people working at the shops, if it was their actual own business, maybe they would be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if you walked into a shop and you were getting like in your face, you probably wouldn't buy from them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It depends.
You'd be like, what the fuck's this up with?
I don't really buy from shops anyway. I mean, if I wanted something, maybe I would, but
Yeah.
I wonder if it would deter me. But yeah, it was a good trip.
Actually was it? No, it was, all the water was nice. There's some parts where I was like, if it didn't feel like you were in Bali, which I was telling you about, like in regards to these flash cafes, like
Oh yeah, that's the part I hate about
monster
Bali.
cafes,
Yeah.
or like the Pilates studios and that. But then there'll be some spots that's so nice. So the ocean, when we went to Uluwatu, I didn't expect the ocean to be that nice.
Yeah.
Some like really nice, especially like viewpoints overlooking the surf. And then there's just like a tin shed selling nasi goreng as a hell nice view.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is why you come to Bali.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then you go to the areas where it's like all these flash cafes, you know, like, it just doesn't feel like you're in Bali.
Yeah.
So that caught me by surprise because I didn't remember that from last time I went to Bali.
Yeah, it's changed. It had incredible changes in the last 10 years probably.
Yeah.
And I don't like the expensive cafes.
No.
It's stupid and hell annoying. But at the same time, I don't like if that's where it's trending, it is what it is. Just so long as they pay their workers a decent amount of what they earn from the business.
Yeah.
Like if you're Australian, you bought a cafe in fucking Bali and you've got workers there working for like the normal Balinese wage, you're a dirtbag.
For real.
Yeah. Like, fair enough, don't pay them what Australians get paid. It's quite a lot, but give them... Like, you're charging Australian
Give them
prices.
a fair amount. Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
You're charging Aussie prices at cafes. Pay the workers with a bit of respect.
Yeah, for real.
But no, I don't like it for in a few weeks,
Seminyak,
which is... No, not Seminyak. What's it called? The one starting with C, I forgot.
Canggu?
Canggu, yeah.
Canggu.
But it's meant to be a well, but I can say it because... Oh, actually...
Oh, I'll be right.
I reckon one of them might listen to this podcast. No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so that's the...
Then now it's probably won't be.
I'll probably...
Yeah, nice.
Hopefully he listens to this podcast that much, but...
The islands, I really enjoyed the island.
Yeah.
Lembongon, as you said.
Nusa Lembongon.
Yeah. That was nice. The water there is really nice.
What about Penita?
We went there for a day trip, and that was sick. This was a bit more busier.
Yeah.
Bit more busier. A lot more people. Because it's tourists.
Yeah, I was getting told by the Indonesian people, the local Indonesians, that apparently that's what all the 1-year-old baby travellers do.
Go to
Penita for a day trip.
Because we had
Get on the little baby ferry and...
We had 3 days.
Their way to the island.
Oh yeah, sick.
Baby day trip.
We had 3 days there. We had 3 days for the island. So that's why I went to Lebongon.
Nusa Lembongon.
Because it was closer.
Yeah.
So it's easier.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Nusa Lembongon.
Yeah, because you go to the hotspots.
Yeah, I go there for more than 4 minutes though.
Got to work, don't we?
They got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it was good.
Yeah, that was a good trip. Good wedding. Shout out Count Morehouse. She won't be listening to this, but Stewie will be. And that was a really nice wedding.
Yeah, good on him. Something else that happened just when you got back home, the Brownlow.
Yeah, so what was up with that, eh?
What do
A bit.
Do you care to elaborate or what?
Yeah, what was about it? And then
What was a rhetorical question you just asked me?
Matt Rao, great football player. You watch that final against Freo, where Gold Coast won by a point. You're like, he's going to win a Brownlow for sure. In the years to come.
Well, I mean, same thing with Noah Anderson. You look at them both and you're like, they're both guns.
Like there's the two balls, etc. Never expected him to win.
Two what? Balls?
Balls.
Oh, Bulls.
Yeah, balls.
Yeah.
But you never expected to win this year.
Yeah, you don't.
He had a great season, don't get me wrong, but just some of the voting, like, some of the, like, you look at the stats and, yeah, he had 16 touches, 11 tackles, but then Noah Anderson had, like, 32 and 2.
Yeah.
And Rao's taken 3 votes.
So it's a tainted Brownlow.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You reckon it's a tainted Brownlow?
No, I don't know.
You just said it is.
No, I think it's more what's the umpires see. The umpires, like, are they just looking at people who win the contested ball?
Yeah, true.
Is that all they see?
But I mean, it must be a tainted Brownlow, at least in your eyes, from the fact that the first thing we discuss about the Brownlow is probably the hasty voting.
Yeah.
So,
It's just cooked. It's probably obviously every year there's like a round or two where it's like,
well, I think
how to get 3 votes. But this one was like, for example, Nasiah Waganine played one of the best games someone's ever played. 40 and 4, wins the game for him, and doesn't get 3 votes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is odd. Well, the inflation in the Brownlow has skyrocketed quite significantly of the latest years. However, probably over the last 10. It was a rarity to see someone get over 30 votes.
Yeah.
Or even like over 20.
What did Cripps get last year? 42, I think?
45.
That's heaps.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Well,
In a team that, did they even play finals?
Carlton?
Yeah, last year.
I don't
They might have.
I think
Yeah.
they just missed out.
Yeah, so like you've got a team that hasn't even made finals, and you have just polled essentially twice the amount of 5th and 6th this year.
The thing with Carlton, they're like especially last year, who would have stole the votes off Cripps?
Yeah, I don't know.
Whereas this year, like, George Hewitt played pretty good and all that.
And they suck.
But then you could say the same thing Gold Coast. They fucking got Anderson, and then Rao gets all those votes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
See, it's just-
Didn't Anderson come 5th or something, or 6th?
Yeah, top 5, I think.
Yeah.
And Dacos, look at, it's 3 years. How many votes? What do you call it, 90 odd? 95?
100. I think 100.
I think it's just shy of 100.
Of the last 3 years. I think he has more than 100, but the last 3 years he's had 90.
That's a crazy amount.
That's literally crazy.
Oh, and he hasn't won one.
Yeah.
Dude's obviously going to win 1 or 2, if not 3.
It's 20 more votes than Peter Bell got in his entire career.
Yeah.
Really? In 4 years.
Fuck, here's a gun.
Yeah, well, he might not win one.
Nah, Dacos, you'd think he would.
Well,
How old is he?
Kobe Bryant won AMVP.
Yeah, true.
And he was probably the best player in the comp, arguably like 5-6 years.
So you think that's crap?
Huh?
Do you think the NBA...
Yeah, the NBA is... Mate, you want to talk about fucking corruption? Nikola Jokic had the best year ever this year, excluding not winning a championship. And he didn't win.
That dude won today from OKC?
Yeah, every stat was the best ever. He's like rebounds, points, all that, all higher than just this year than Shaq's peak years.
Yeah, that's cool.
More assists on average than like... He was like number 1 in the NBA for assists, and he didn't get it.
That's whack.
Yeah.
Money, eh? You think?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few different reasons, but...
How do they do the voting? I know we're off track here of the Brownlow, but how do they do the voting in NBA? Is it the refs?
I believe like 20 people get selected to vote, and they get like a vote from 1 to 10 or something. But
I'm just curious with the Brownlow, with the umpires voting after every game, because there's obviously 4 umpires. Normally 2 in the middle, 1 in each 50. I wonder how they did the voting. Like, did they do, after every game, they're like, each umpire does a 3-2-1? And then whoever has the most, that's the 3? Or do you reckon they just all chat about it?
I reckon they'd all chat about it and probably all do that vote. And then that would be the easiest way to tally up all the scores, and then obviously choose who's got the most points to like the 3rd most.
Yeah. Because there's so many umpires now that they can see the game.
You can what?
There's so many umpires
Yeah.
umpiring the game.
Or to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously back in the day you could argue that the midfielders getting all the fucking contested possessions. That's why they're giving the votes to them, because there's only 2 umps, so they're in the scrimmage.
Yeah.
Whereas when there's 4, there's a lot more eyes in the game.
I think that's a good thing about the NBA is that anybody can win it. In the AFL, you're not winning unless you're a midfielder.
Yeah.
There's no...
That's what it's called.
Plugger's like the last person that won as a forward in 1987 or something, or I don't know, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's like one of the King brothers. I think he had... I forgot which one it was. He kicked 5, had 20 touches. Didn't even poll a vote.
Yeah, you can't tell me he wasn't the best player on the ground. He wasn't the most valuable player on the ground. Well, Jeremy Cameron kicked
against North?
70 goals or 80 goals or whatever. And I don't even think he's top 10.
Yes, it's cooked, eh?
Yeah, so there's something wrong with it. I don't know what they changed. Apparently the refs aren't allowed to see the stats anymore. But I think that is just a non-question, because they see the stats pop up probably every break and stuff like that on the big screen. I know they're pretty occupied at watching the game, but they would definitely have a sniff of what the stats are. And so...
They would have a sniff, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so they kind of know that. I don't know.
It's hard. But nothing will change, I don't think.
Yeah, they'll just keep changing fucking rules in the AFL. That's it. They won't change any of the other actual stuff that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this Brownlow is just one thing after another where it was just cooked.
Last year's was worse though.
You reckon?
Yeah, because Cripps had 45 votes.
Yeah, true. That's a lot.
I'm pretty sure
That's a record, eh?
Oh yeah, that's a record by...
And then Rouse was 2nd?
8 points. Yeah. So Rouse was the 2nd this year. I think Dacos had the same last year. And yeah, Cripps had 7 more votes. 2 best ons in a one vote game.
Yeah, it's cooked. The thing with Rouse though, it's unfortunate because everyone's... You just hope that it's not his fault.
Well,
that everyone...
It can't be his fault.
Yeah, no, but a lot of people still will think, he doesn't deserve it. He obviously still deserves a Brownlow because he's an absolute gun.
Well, who deserved the Brownlow this year?
I'd say Dacos.
Yeah.
What do you think? Every game, it's after every round, you're talking about how good Dacos is playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, he plays for Collingwood, so he gets a lot more talk. And they're on the prime time games where people watch Collingwood games a lot more than Gold Coast games. But still.
Yeah, I think probably... Yeah, undeniably, I think he was the best player in the comp.
The snags he would kick.
Yeah. He's a beast. People say he doesn't take contested marks, but it's who cares, dude? Yeah. He's doing everything else way above average.
And he's 4'3".
Yeah.
He's tiny. Still pretty tall actually, but... How tall is he? 180?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up. But I don't think he's that tall.
He's not that tall, especially for a footy player. It's 185?
184. That's 6 foot... 6'1"? I think 184 is 6'1". 6 foot.
Yeah, right now.
That's not too bad. Perfect height. He looks kind of small out there.
He does.
But he doesn't need to take the contested marks, which everybody's complaining about.
He does so much around the ground.
And then just to stay on the footy topic, just before we move on to umpiring, what are your thoughts?
Just in general or WAFL?
You missed the prelim game.
No, I'll watch both games.
Oh, you did. Yeah,
I had a few big names, but yeah.
Everyone's complaining about that front-on contact.
Big call. Because, especially in that moment, Collingwood had a bit of a run on. And if they kicked that, it would have been, a goal in it? Or 2?
I don't know, a goal probably.
I thought it was a free kick.
I don't.
You don't? But then...
Literally, what did he do? Except for hit him in the front.
Nothing. But it's just that they pay that. It's just shit because they pay shit calls like that all year.
Yeah, it is. The inconsistency is the bad part.
That's what pisses me off with the umpiring.
But what part of what
There
he
wasn't
did was
much.
wrong.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it. I agree with that.
People pay front on contact when you don't look at the ball.
Yeah, he
When you
did
take
look at
your
the
eyes
ball.
off the ball.
He did look at the ball the
He
entire
didn't
time.
stop. As soon as he looked at the ball, he continued looking at it the entire time. He hit the ball before he hit his body.
Yeah. So,
Like, there's nothing
you're
in the
right.
rules that says that's a free kick. Like, if you're looking at the ball and then you look forward and then look again, then it's like you took your eyes off the footy. If you are looking at the ball but you just hit him without hitting the ball,
Yeah.
that's front on contact. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're right.
So I just think that's a good spoil, and
It's just hard because, like, I think when I first watched it in live, I was like, "Oh, free kick," but then they broke it down and they showed that at different angles, and then, like you said, it's the fact that he didn't take his eyes off the ball.
if anything, that's a prime example of how good the umpires are.
Yeah.
Because
In that moment.
we've watched it in slow motion about 50 times. That person literally saw it in real time and had to make a decision.
It'd be so hard.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, if you got given the whistles to go umpire like a league game right now. That would be so hard.
Yeah, it would be.
You'd shit yourself.
I did a little bit of umpiring when I was at school, and for like school round robin games, like we would have played Eagles Cup and stuff, and I always had this rule where I would do one controversial decision in the dying moments if it was close.
Serious?
Yeah.
Did you actually do it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I wouldn't.
That's hell bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
You're a dog.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm pretty sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if like a team lost the premiership because like I just called a complete no call.
Just to keep things like interesting.
Just yeah, to keep things interesting. The parents love to be hell abusive, so it would get them hell rolled up.
Yeah. Parents at local games do get quite rowdy.
They literally fucking attack each other and like fight each other. It's terrible.
It's so bad.
But even like you said, WAFL as well. That South Freo Grandy. Shouts out to Donno for winning a flag.
Donno.
But they just completely lost control at the very end of the game.
The whole-
it was chaotic. There was no control.
The whole game, there was some rough calls,
Yeah.
to be honest. It wasn't just that one final thing. But at the end of the day, the umpire was doing what's in the rules. So
Yeah,
he
but
was,
then I read their kind of acknowledgement. They did the right thing with the kick, but then all the South Freo players ran on, and it's like, well, you're not allowed to run on.
but the umpire called it.
Did he?
Yeah, the umpire, you watch the replay, 99% sure. Could be wrong, they might have run on before, but the umpire went like that. But yeah, you're right, because he did have a kick
Nah,
afterwards.
if that's the case, then I think that's fair because like it was unrealistic that he was going to kick
Yeah. Because all I saw,
from there.
the umpire got like that, and that's full time.
Yeah.
But what the umpire, he shouldn't have done that, because that guy still had the free kick.
Nah, but at the same time, he was fucking 100 metres away from the goals. Like,
Yeah, but he's probably going to kick it anyway.
yeah, I mean, it's possible. Like, Malcolm Blight pulled
Like-
out that shit.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, 9 times out of 10, no one's going to get that.
Probably,
But he's still in his right, still had a free kick. So the umpire technically probably shouldn't have done that.
technically, yeah, but quite obviously, quite clearly, that was not going to be a goal. That wasn't even going to be close.
Yeah, definitely not.
So you're asking him to kick 100 metres.
He had it's a good leg though.
It
Actual
actually
kick.
was. It actually was a good leg.
So if it was 50, like, he would have easily made the distance. Probably would have slotted it.
Yeah, which would have made it interesting. But, oh well, it's kind of good that happened, eh?
Yeah, for Donny's sake.
The way it did.
Hey, I'm Austin, the strongest member at SJ's. You can be the second strongest member for $1 a day.
Yeah. Or not there.
I can't repeat that.
I don't know what happened as well. I swear I literally went up and checked it. You've just missed about 30 to 35 minutes of the best podcasting you would have ever heard in your life.
We did over-unders. You did a blind ranking, your first one, and you did quite well on it.
Yeah.
And then we just went on a rant about all this tough shit.
We ranted quite a lot about running and the egos in running and basically endurance sports, the do's and don'ts of runners, people wearing running vests doing like 2.5 kilometers. Hybrid athleticism, hybrid athletes.
We're talking about the best hybrid athletes there is.
Yeah, and it's just all not being there because, yeah.
It's in the dark. Fuck.
Yep.
That's a kick in the guts, but we move on. So you'll get another blind ranking in the future, next ep. But we can't really redo it because Jake already knows what they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Anything you want to talk about?
Life? No. What's the next segment? Fuck.
Does your fitness routine actually align with your goals?
What, mine?
Well, not you, main
Or
character.
just the general part?
Yeah, literally. Well, everybody in existence.
Yeah, it's good if everyone actually considered that question.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, like, you got to break it down, like, what your actual goals are.
Yeah.
And how you're going to get there with the training and what training you need to do. Like, a lot of the time, I find, particularly people in the gyms, like, every few weeks, they see someone doing something, they're like, oh, I want to do that. But then 3 weeks ago, they're like, I want to do this. And you're like, where are we going, cuz? What do you actually want?
Yeah.
That's why I like that question I asked you a few episodes ago. When it was like,
good question. Really good question.
where do you see yourself in a year and where do you want to be? Like, how do you want to get there, etc. So yeah, you just got to really break it down on where you want to go and what you want to do.
Yeah, it actually just... this question ties really well with what we just spoke about for about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
On camera / off camera.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you get people that are like I said, the said principle, specific adaptations to imposed demands actually is a thing. Yes, train for everything, but you got to focus on some things. You want to get really good at endurance type running, you gotta dedicate yourself to that. Like, if you want to get really good at running long distances, then why are you doing 5x5s? Like, it just does. Your goals don't align with your training.
Yeah, you got to sacrifice. Like, someone who, like you said, who wants to run, improve their running. If they're in the gym 5 days a week, but they're running twice a week, it's like, what are they doing with themselves?
Yeah, exactly. So,
I think people got to realise that if they want, like you said, specific things, they got to sacrifice other things. And it's just, unfortunately, we're human.
Mm. One goal I have that I would like to do, but I don't want to do it badly enough, is learn how to dunk. And
Yes,
I would really have to specifically tailor my training to that.
That'd be sick, though.
It would be sick, but exactly, like, I'm not going to do it because I can't dedicate my entire training to it.
But I already think that you're already ahead of people that say, I want to dunk.
Yeah, of course I am, because I can fucking jump like a maniac.
Yeah, so that's why I think, like, yes, it obviously would take...
But I'm still far off it.
Yeah, but I think you'd be able to do it if you just dedicated a bit of time. But obviously it depends on how much you want it.
I think I would as well.
Like, how much do you really want it?
The point I'm trying to make is that I'm not willing to dedicate the time to do it and to dedicate all my training to it.
Yeah, it's obviously hard because you got to think about what you're doing next year with the sports you're playing.
Exactly, because you need to have like a good endurance... Well, I reckon I always need to have a good endurance base.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, defs with the sports you play.
And so if I was just to learn how to dunk, there's not a lot of endurance stuff going on.
Yeah.
Maybe some zone 2 just to keep the heart healthy. So, yeah, it's just like...
Well,
it doesn't align my desired goal of, say, dunking, which isn't that important, although I'd like to do it, does not align with my fitness routine.
Yeah, that's good that you noticed that. One goal I have, I want to get back into swimming. But
I don't know why, but yeah.
Just because I feel hell good when I swim.
Yeah.
Like, after a swim, I feel sick. Like, I'll drive home, like, I feel really good. But if I want to strength train, play casual basketball once or twice a week, and then do sprint training, it's just too much at swimming, and like swimming's not really helping with improving my athleticism and helping with basketball. So that's why I'm just not bothering with it. And it's just that mental effort of getting to the pool. Like I'm already doing, especially balancing with work. So that's why I've just accepted, like...
My brother's a busy man, cuz. He's busy.
Well, I just accepted that. I just don't swim.
Yeah.
Because it's just...
But like, don't you do zone 2? Couldn't you just do your zone 2 in the pool?
Yeah, I could, but it's also that's what I'm saying with the... Getting to the pool, it's like an extra... I know this sounds like a shit excuse, but it's like an extra for 30 minutes. So whereas I could just go for a run.
Yeah.
From my doorstep.
Yeah.
And that's 30 minutes done. Whereas if I want to get to the pool, it's like an hour and a half. So...
Yeah.
That's why I just not swimming. Obviously I could do it on the weekend, but then it's like, I want a day to chill.
I wouldn't mind doing a Sunday morning swim. Just an easy, steady state cardio, chill, just maybe like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, so that'd be nice.
Nice and relaxed and you feel good.
Especially, it would be a good thing to do when you're like not doing anything on Saturday night. And if you have no plans on Sunday, just go for a swim. But yeah, you are right, because I've been thinking about, especially of late, ever since I asked you that question, like, what I want to do. And I just really want to improve my athleticism. Bit of a brick. And that's why I've been sprinting.
Yeah.
I just want to move better.
Yeah, that question really made me recognise that I am just trying to fill way too many cups all the time.
Yeah. So you really thought about the said principle?
Always think about it. Go to bed at night thinking about it.
Dream about it?
You're like, if you continuously train for different stuff, but you're never getting better at any of it, like substantially better, it's because you're not like locking in hard enough on it. And that, if that is your goal, your fitness routine doesn't actually align with that.
Yeah. Facts. And that's why you just got to really like pencil in what you want to get out of training. Obviously, if you're not really fussed, like if you want to gain a bit of muscle, gain strength, it's fine to do GPP. But if you're getting annoyed, like you said, about that you're not gaining specific areas.
Yeah, it's more for the specifics. Like if you just want to be healthy, then fucking just move a lot. Like if you feel like strength training one day, strength train. If you feel like running one day, just run. If you feel like swimming one day, swim. If that's just to maintain like general health, general fitness, fair enough. But if you do have actual specific goals, then you kind of need to cater your training towards it.
Facts.
Yeah. And you can't really get away with just...
Well, Tom, the dude that dunks, I don't know his last name.
Tom Dunks?
Tom Dunks.
I don't know his last name, but yeah.
Anyway, I was talking to him and I was like, oh, do you ever fill in for like casual ball? Because I was saying how sometimes like we're low on numbers. And he was like, nah, I don't, just because my training, like all I want to do is get better at dunking.
Yep.
So all I do is strength train and pretty much dunk.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to exhaust myself playing basketball. Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
And that's the example that you're talking about.
That's even another thing. Like, let's just realistically say that your goal is to dunk. Step one is just fucking dunk as much as your body can withstand. That's how you're going to get hell good at dunking.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can do explosive plyos and explosive weights in the gym and stuff like that, and that will help, but ultimately dunking heaps is going to get you the best possible chance at dunking.
The skill behind it.
Well, yeah, there's skill for sure. The timing, the sequencing of moving your body towards the actual jump, like distributing your weight properly, using force properly, all that stuff. Mental part of it, yeah, you gotta dunk heaps. And it's the exact same as like sprinting. If you do like 3 long runs a week, and like just strength train,
you're not gonna get
but then
quicker.
you sprint once a week, like you're just not gonna get better at sprinting.
For real.
And it's because of the skill component, but it's also because all the physical qualities needed, you get the best from performing the skill.
Have you had clients like they talk to you about what their goals are, and then you're doing training, and like you're training to what their goals are, and then like in a month's time they're like, I want to be able to do this.
Yeah.
And this goes completely against what they want to do or what they said they want to do.
Yeah.
It happens a fair bit, I think, with us with just, I guess, where people are kind of unsure with what they want to get out of training.
Yeah. Definitely. That's why it's good to set some like parameters from the beginning of like something that you always aspire to chase, and then on top of that you have these like cherry on top goals.
Little side quests.
So it's like, yeah, little side quests. So you ultimately are just trying to chase being like generally healthier, but then you can also sprinkle these side quests on top, so when the client gets bored of the novelty of chasing that, you just relay back to the original goal at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely an important question to ask yourself, ask others.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to always consider like the why behind your training. Yep.
This pod is powered by SJ's Community, where lifting, laughing and living better all collide. Check out our 7-day free trial via the show notes or in our Instagram. All right, we've got questions here. Remember, questions are powered by SJ's Community and so is the podcast. So get around it if you enjoy the answers. And also, ask us questions if you have any. So many people ask me questions in person. Ask it on the podcast. Question 1. How should your training look while on a cart? Just half your volume.
Yeah. Or just assess how you're going. Like, if you're noticing you're fucking hell sluggish, the weights have dropped heaps. It's obviously a sign to drop the volume. And just, obviously don't do more than what you were doing. So I think the biggest thing is just to assess how it's going.
Yeah, just like anything, assess the situation. But when you're cutting, what's your goal? Like, just let's presume that someone's cutting for like a bodybuilding competition or something. What is the goal of the cut?
Lose body fat.
Exactly. And so if you want to lose body fat instead of any other mass,
you got to make sure that the sets you're doing are pushed close to failure.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want to retain muscle.
Yeah.
You want to retain muscle and lose fat. So what I say is just to cut your volume in half, because you don't need more volume. All you need is to maintain your intensity and provide your body and mind with that like muscle building, muscle retention signal so that it doesn't lose the muscle. Because that's what we're trying to achieve by cutting. We're trying to maintain muscle.
Cutting in half is a lot though.
Yeah,
all about 75%.
Yeah, but if you're in a heavy cut,
yeah, of course,
and you're fucking walking dead,
yeah,
you're not gonna need. You just need to keep the intensity.
Oh, intensity is obviously the biggest factor.
Maybe if you're in a cut by like 200 calories a day or like 100 calories a day, then yeah, not half. I'm thinking more from the standpoint of training on like a intense cut.
Yeah, you'd probably be looking at that. Would you do that straight away? Or would you just say if you start a cut today, would you cut your volume straight in half? Or would you just see how you go, see you respond?
I would just probably cut it in half if I was doing a heavy cut. Yeah.
And then if you respond good,
then you can probably add a tiny
increase a little bit more.
Yeah. Because, yeah, if I was to cut for a bodybuilding comp...
What you gonna do?
The ideal way would be to do like a maybe 16-week cut where like you're gradually decreasing each week by like 150, 100 calories, whatever. Or I would just spend 4 weeks just absolutely wrecking my body, maybe like a 2-week cut and then a 1-week maintenance and then one more, but like literally half.
Like aggressive as?
Half, even more cut of my calories, yeah. And in that instance, I just wouldn't care about volume. I don't care. I wouldn't even want to be in the gym.
Well, you'd feel so shit.
And so I would just be trying to chase those numbers at like a much lower volume.
Yeah, and just what you're doing, you want to do well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that would be the intensity factor.
Yeah. And besides that, just cut out all the fluff, yeah. Like you said, you want to be doing whatever you're doing well. and you also don't have room to do stuff that you don't need to do. So, like when you're cutting, you only have like the available energy to spend on so much stuff, and so you don't want to waste that energy. So if something's not providing good return on investment, then don't do it. There's no point, because you're just sparking yourself of energy that you probably don't even have in the first place.
Yeah. You wouldn't be doing anything extra. You wouldn't be doing any exercises particularly that you don't like. You'd be doing exercises that you actually enjoy and you see the return of investment. That way, 'cause then the intensity will actually be up there. If you're doing an exercise where you hate and then you're already in a shit mood from the cut.
Unless you hate like squats or something.
Yeah,
then it's
there's
like
a fine line.
Yeah. I'm thinking more so like, you know, rear delts or some like insignificant accessory exercise. It's just like,
when you're already doing it in like a compound lift.
yeah, it's just like we can't afford to spend too much unnecessary time training. So it's like you probably want to minimize the amount of small accessory things like that you do that you don't necessarily need or isn't providing like the best bang for your buck essentially.
Yeah, but then I agree with that. But then you could also argue that the accessory exercises will be easy to push to failure compared to like a big compound lift.
Yeah, I agree. They probably would.
Yeah, so you could like...
But then it's the value that you get from pushing it to failure in comparison to a compound lift.
Yeah.
So for example, like a compound lift would be way harder to push to failure than an adductor squeeze or something. But then how much value is being provided from each? Does that outweigh each other or no?
Yeah, well that's what the program hopefully would be written so that it's covering everything you need.
Yeah.
And all the exercises in there are the bang for your buck.
Yeah, you probably just want to do the minimal effective dose to maintain what you already have.
Yeah.
And just... because you have to worry about yourself mentally as well. You don't want the rest of your life screwed. Like, you're going to be in a cut, so everything's going to suck probably. But you still don't want to absolutely deplete and destroy the entirety of the rest of your life.
Yeah, facts.
So that's another thing to consider. It's probably optimal to maintain like weight and physical appearance and stuff like that, or decrease weight. But then you probably don't want to do that at the detriment of like your entire existence.
No.
All right. Question 2. How would a 58-year-old grandma, sedentary, hermitish type of person who's lost all their confidence and feels intimidated walking in a gym get back into lifting to advance in strength and independence? Is it too late, and where is the best place to start?
It's definitely not too late. And I would, like in the gym, talking about the gym, I'll just get them on machines where they're going to get wins, particularly early, just to build that confidence. And like, you just chuck them on a machine where the technique side of things, there isn't much to it. They just got to move in regards to the machine. And they're going to feel something from it that you can do in a week's time, and then they can improve on that. So the easiest thing they can do to get the most out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, machine's good because you can show someone how to use a machine and set them up. Be like, put this setting on this exact number or like this exact height, and they're fine. Whereas if you gave them like a squat or a deadlift, there could be a lot of variance in technique even when you're not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, setting them on the machine is just basically making it as simple as possible to do the right thing and make sure they're on the right track. And like you said, just progress like straight away.
Yeah, you want to get like wins early. That's with everyone, not just with this person that's 58 years old lacking confidence. But just trying to get wins early, really finding any exercise that if they enjoy, so that any exercise that they've said they want to do, I'll do that.
Yeah, definitely. And like, what's the question? Is it too late? Nothing's ever too late. If it's too late, then like,
yeah, nothing too late.
You're chopped as, like, you're done.
Obviously, like, you're not going to get to where you were if you started training at, like, what, 24?
Yeah, or 18.
But still, you can still improve from where you currently are, especially this person that's sounds like they were doing not much.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna get gains and they're gonna feel better. They're gonna move better.
Yep.
So
And literally get a coach.
yeah,
Like get a coach and they'll guide you through this whole process like thoroughly and make sure that they support you properly and so that you feel comfortable. Like if you're worried about going in there, like obviously you're looking to get independence, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't just get a little bit of support at the very start to get you on the right track, and then you can be as independent as you like. You just need to get going. You need to build momentum and get the ball rolling, essentially. That's it.
yeah, facts.
Question 3. Adequate rest periods for lifting between sets.
2 to 3 minutes, but I like to, for big compound lifts, I like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm assuming the person's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes is my ballpark, but if I'm getting towards the end of the session, it's like just smashing out, I don't know, lateral raises or biceps or triceps, I'll happily go a minute, just to smash it, if I'm rushed for time. But normally 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And favour that 3 minutes.
I agree. I'll almost never do less than a minute. But unless I'm supersetting, of course. But basically the way my philosophy is if I'm doing like 85% of my max or more, 3+ minutes. 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So 5's probably too long, but like honestly sometimes you need it if you're going absolutely ham. And then on the other tail end of that, if I'm doing like 40-50% of my max, like high, and this is like high. So the 85% plus of my max is probably 1 to 5 reps.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing low reps.
Yeah, and then on the tail end where I'm resting for a minute or even potentially less, is that maybe 40 to 50%, and that's looking at like definitely 12 plus reps, maybe even like 15 plus.
Like the hypertrophy, like we're just trying to gain muscle. It's towards the end of the sesh.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah, so just think if you can do high reps, a lot of reps, you probably don't need to rest as much depending on the intensity that you're working at. And if you're doing if you can only squeeze out quite low reps, then you probably need to rest a lot more.
Yeah.
That's the main issue I get with clients is like they'll just rest the exact same amount with like a 15 rep exercise as they would with like a
1 to 5.
A 1 to 5. And it's like if you're struggling to move something 5 times, you need adequate rest between sets to recover.
Yeah. I think if someone isn't, like, say if they're doing like strength work 1 to 5 and they're after a minute they're wanting to go again, one, it's a clear sign
that they're not training hard enough.
They're not training hard enough. And then 2, say if you are training hard enough, have a crack at resting for 3 minutes or longer and assess how you feel, because 9 times out of 10 you realise that you're a lot better off.
Yeah, the whole goal is to recover well from the stimulus that you place on your body. So people should be resting more a lot of the time. You need that recovery to be like good, so you can be seriously switched on and repeat that set again at the same intensity, getting the most bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Without sloppy reps, without too much fatigue or anything like that.
Because that's why you train. You want to get the most out of it.
You'd
out of
imagine
each
so.
set. So
yeah, you'd imagine so.
And obviously, like, you don't always get a lot of time in the gym. So that's why a lot of people will only rest for like a minute or 2. But not every exercise, as you described before, has to be resting for 3 to 5 minutes. And then if you are really rushed for time, that's when you implement supersets. But still, like, particularly when you're going heavy, give yourself at least 3 minutes and ask yourself how you felt, because I'm sure that you'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
And you'll perform the set a lot better.
Yeah.
So?
Yep.
Yep. What do you think? Good episode, eh?
Yeah, it was alright.
Our chats were actually good. It's just a real kick in the guts that not all of it was on the old filmy.
You missed some pretty quality stuff for about 40 minutes there. But
And it's just annoying because, like, we can't really redo it because a lot of it I was asking you some stuff.
also, even if we muck up, if we ever muck up in a podcast or it doesn't record properly or the mics don't work, I don't repeat stuff because it's like not organic.
Yes.
I'm not going to pretend to talk about the exact same thing I just spoke about.
So yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah, so
It's kick in the guts.
that's it.
But that's a wrap. Thank you. What do we normally say? If you like this, share this to anyone you love, anyone you like, anyone that you like having a laugh with. 5 stars on Spotify, a like on YouTube, goes a long way. And if you want good training, we have a 7-day free trial. The dogs are barking.